Welcome guys, thanks so much for joining me. My name's Jake Hicks, and in this tutorial we're going to be teaching you absolutely everything there is to know about gelled lighting. As some of you may know from my work, is very heavy on the colored gel works, a lot of saturation, a lot of color, and it's very stylistic, and that's all I pretty much get asked for now is colored gels. But how did I get there? I suppose I got there by a means of trying to work out how I can make myself more successful as a photographer. And I think it boils down to any business, whether you're selling a product or you're selling a service or anything like that. It really boils down to sort of three major things. Can you be cheaper as a photographer? Not really. If you're selling a product, then yes, you can be. 50% cheaper, money off, that sort of thing. Yeah, you can do. But with us as photographers, we have colleagues out there who are doing what we do for free. So it's difficult to be cheaper than free. Can we be great? Can we be the best at what we do? Yes, and it's probably easier to be the best at what you can do if you can prove it. So I can add up sums faster than somebody else, or I can drive faster than somebody else. But as photographers or any creative, it's difficult to prove that you're the best at what you do. You're just being different to somebody else. And even if you are the best, how long are you going to be the best? There's always different technologies, new people coming on. Very difficult to be the best. So what's the last one? And the last one for me is the most important one, especially for any creative, and that is to be different. So being different in our field is what we refer to as a style, a photographic style, and that's obviously what I'm known for. And people can't go to somebody else. They can't go to somebody who's cheaper. Okay, they can't go to somebody who has got more awards that says they're better, because they want my style. They have to come to me because I have a personal style and I'm different. That's what makes me stand out from everybody else. So even though I have my own style and it's very defined, and obviously I'm teaching you how to do that style, I openly put it out there for you guys to copy it to the best of your ability, but I still don't think that anybody's going to get a shot exactly like mine. As humans and as creatives, we're all going to add our own inputs, our own flares, and our own different tweaks and that sort of thing, especially when we're dealing with complicated lighting, like some of the setups I'm going to be teaching later on. There's so many variables at work that even if you were to copy it down to the detail, it's still going to be different. So I openly put it out there, copy my work. It's still going to be different, so don't worry about that. During the course of this tutorial, I'm going to be going through 4 key looks. The first one is going to be gelled flare. Okay, that's going to build upon just a classic beauty look, but then adding the introduction of color into that. Then we're going to move on to gelled beauty, which is going to be quite a close headshot, and what we can do with color in quite a close environment like that, especially working on sort of shallow depth of fields and that sort of thing. And then the third one, what we're going to do is a gelled edge look. So that's going to work with contrast, but with color. So rather than using light and dark, we're going to be using contrast with colored gels. And then lastly, we're going to be mixing it up with a color wash of 3 separate colors. Okay, so 2 colors on the model and then a color in the background. We'll be looking at some color theory and how we can work with different colors with that one. Although my lighting style is very defined and looks like it's, obviously I get a lot of high-end clients asking for it, the actual gear that I use to create that is pretty basic. I've been shooting for a long time, and I'm not what you would call an early adopter. I'm certainly somebody who buys a piece of gear and then just uses it and uses it and uses it until it dies. So my camera gear is going to be very basic for a lot of people. I know a lot of people think, oh, you're shooting with all these high-end lights and you shoot medium format digital, and that's fine, you can do it with that, but you can also create everything that we're going to be doing throughout this tutorial with really basic kit. Okay, a camera that costs you $400, or just like the cheap lenses, it's not a problem. We're going to be going through all of that, but we are also going to be showing you some of the more advanced lighting with with some of the Broncolor heads. We're going to be using more of the older, like the Bowens sort of analog heads as well. So we're going to be using a whole range of kit. Okay, guys, so let's get started. We've got a huge amount to cover, and I think I know that you're going to love what we're going to go through. Okay, there's a lot of learning points that we need to get done. So I also want you guys to pop those images in our secret Facebook group. I want to see them. I want to see what you guys are coming up with. Like I said, copy, but it's going to be different. I know it's going to be different. I know you guys are going to be adding your own different colors or styles or angles. That's absolutely fine. I want to see that. And I can learn from you guys as well. Okay, I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be checking those shots. So yeah, get those images in there and let's get shooting.